not there appears to be there. It's called Maya. Okay, what is not there appears to be there is called Maya. Right? That's the definition of Maya. So now world appears to be there, but world is really not there. Time appears to be there, but time is not really there. Space appears to be there, but space is not really there. So this is actually called Maya. So how does Maya state? Again, I can give a theory. It's for your satisfaction, but a consistent theory. Okay. So the consciousness is existence. Okay. Existence is Sat. Sat means existence. Sat is neither aware, not aware, not aware. It is just pure existence, and existence is bliss. Because the problem, suffering comes when there is something other. Existence is pure bliss. Okay. Now the bliss aspect of existence, Ananda aspect of existence, is the one which is responsible for creation. That's called Shakti. The, the existence has two powers. Existence has many powers, but main two powers are self-awareness and awareness of the other. Self and the other. Other means anything. The self-awareness and awareness of the other appear in existence. These are the powers of existence. Sat.
But there is no other.
No, there is no other. So that's why other is a concept. So self is also a concept and other is also a concept. So existence, the nature of existence is consciousness. Existence is consciousness. Okay. And the nature of consciousness is there are concepts constantly arise. Like ripples arise in water. The consciousness has the ability to create concepts continuously. Concepts. Consciousness and concept, they go together.
So a question there is, doesn't that mean modification?
No, there's no modification. Concept doesn't modify the consciousness. Concept is an appearance in consciousness. Concept is any concept, no? So, okay, I am there and something other is there. That's a concept. I am there and something other is there. That's a concept. Even though there is nothing else, it's a concept means a create idea. Okay, idea doesn't modify the consciousness. Idea appears in consciousness. Just like this, like ripples or the waves arise in ocean. Ocean doesn't get modified. Ocean is ocean. Infinite waves come also. Ocean is ocean, and water doesn't care about waves are there or not.
So the question there is, in case of wave is the space is outside.
No, that's actually the space is outside in case of wave.
Okay.
In consciousness, the space, time, everything is a concept arising. It's not outside. It's neither inside also. It's a concept. The concept of outside and inside breaks down when it comes to consciousness. The outside and inside itself is a conscious concept in consciousness. Okay, the outside and inside only appears to refers when there is a space in time. Within the boundary of space and time, there is a concept of outside and inside. In consciousness, outside and inside is a concept. Okay. Now, for example, I'll ask you, visualize one flower in my hand. Okay. Understand? Is the flower outside you or inside me? Inside you?
Outside.
You are visualizing outside, but the concept is in your mind. So mind has got modified, but mind is still mind only. Same idiot mind is there. So consciousness creates concepts. The concepts will keep on rising in consciousness like waves after waves. That's why it is said in Bhagavata Purana, Mahavishnu Narayana is sleeping, and the infinite universes are rising and falling. It's like he's dreaming actually. So many universes are coming up, so many Brahma, so many Vishnu, so many divine beings, so many Subhus, so many Prabhus will appear and disappear in conscious dream. So dream of consciousness is called Maya. Dream of Narayana is called Maya. Now it's a dream, it's not a reality. But unfortunately for the beings who are created in the dream, there's a reality.
The concept is a Maya. The thought also is a Maya.
Everything. So it's a consciousness keeps on creating concepts, bubbling up, down, bubbling up and down. So one of the concept is I, the self. The other concept is the moment self is there, something other is also there. That's the other concept. Okay.
Narayana creating is also concept.
That's the conceptual creation is called Maya.
Is also an idea.
But idea in consciousness is a reality for all of us. That's the problem. So for consciousness, it's only idea. For you, it's reality. So in that, the concept of self and the non-self, other appears. It's a concept only. So now, in that non-self, okay, which is actually object, infinite number of atoms are created, or small particles. Okay, it's like it appears as though that in the other is infinite, because the consciousness is infinite. The other also appears to be infinite because the projection will happen on the screen. It is called consciousness, which is infinite. So in that infinite number of atoms will appear. It's actually, this is the basic building block of the universe. I would say energy, first is energy, movement. In the consciousness, the movement is there, the movement is concepts. In that moment, infinite number of molecules, atoms and molecules will appear, small particles, because energy has got transformed to atoms now. Again, that's a concept. So now,
So that movement includes time and space.
no. Now in time and space will come. First is creation of that energy has got transformed to atoms and molecule at the conceptual level, not in the physical level, right? So now the awareness of the self shifts from one to the other. Let's say one is this molecule here, other is another molecule here. So you look at this and look at this. Okay, right? Because you can't look at your attention flows from one to other. So there's a gap between these two. The gap becomes the space. Becoming aware of one object and becoming aware of another object. Okay, between two objects, the awareness attention space shifts between two objects. The shifting of attention between two objects, okay, becomes the space, and that becomes time, because the order of shifting becomes time. The gap between shifting of the two becomes space. The concept of space and time is born.
The same thing at the universal.
Now what happens? So these molecules, that creativity, the concept, there are a lot of conceptual creation. This artist, God is like artist, he keeps on creating. So these molecules, atoms, molecules start becoming particles. They join together. They join together to form some object. Subbo is object, and donkey, monkey, elephant, everything becomes an object, just appears. So now these are still objects in consciousness, right? Time is there and space is there, because when we shift attention from one object to other object, space and time is created. Then the object itself is created. The object itself is no life. It's a witness. It's witnessing. So now, to experience get a thrill out of that this thing creation, the self associates the object. Then starts the real fun. So now, the conceptual time and space becomes the real time and space, because you experience the other through that object. Okay. So now let us look at this chair. So now at the conceptual level, now it has moved to physical level, because you are associating this object, right? So in the obsession object, let's say the object sees a chair. Okay. Understand? It sees a chair. Chair says this part of the chair, this part of the chair. Okay. So now, when he sees this part of the chair and sees this part of the chair, between them there is a space and time, because shifting of the awareness is time, and the gap between the two is space.
Don't I see the whole object at once?
Yeah, that's because depending on your vision level, right? I'm speaking of how space and time is there. Now, between these two, there is a space and time. Space, you have to say, there's the concept of space, because there's a gap between these two. Because your awareness is at one level, at one point, and another point. Now here the other Maya comes into picture. So the other aspect of Maya, which is actually Chitta, memory. Okay. So you superimpose memory on that. When you look at this, you look at this here, and you look at this here. But now what you look at here has gone into your memory. Right? So now you look at here. So now we are comparing two attention spots. One attention spot is real, which you are seeing, and other attention spot is from memory reference. The physical spot has disappeared now because the attention is shifted. So one point is physical, other point is memory reference. So all memory references are not accurate. So what is happening is that you are taking one point is physical, which is present, and other point which is actually virtual, which is not present, and then creating a time and space again. So that which you are comparing with respect to what not doesn't exist is called asat.
When you say doesn't exist, what do you mean?
It's not physical now. So now you look at this, right? It became image in your mind. So next point when you look at it, the image is you are comparing with this image, this one. This is real and that is image. So now image is actually, is it reality?
It's just a memory.
The reality.
No, I'm saying reality is what you experience at that moment. Hi. How are you? Reality is what you experience at the moment. Okay, but what you are experiencing at that moment, you are comparing with what is the previous experience, which doesn't exist now. Only memory of that exists. And memory is also partial because you have extracted everything out of that. Only some critical parts you have taken into your memory. So you are taking one physical and one memory and trying to say there is space and time.
So for the timing, let us assume Narayana protected this chair. Okay. So how did the idea of space arise in him? Is it the
Attention shifting.
for him also it is the same thing?
No, he said there are two things created: self and non-self.
Yeah.
Self identifies the object. So that object has an attention span. When you become when you pure awareness, there is no called attention, right? It's like this thing. But the moment you associate with the object, there's an attention span.
So let us say Narayana was pure awareness, and Narayana dreamt of a chair. So he needed space to dream of that object. Right?
No, first this space and time are created. First creation is energy, which is movement. Energy starts forming into particles. So the moment particle is there, the concept of space is born straight away. Between this, there is a self also is created, right? So it sees the difference between 2 points and says its space is there. And everything is conceptual. Now all our discussions are also conceptual. The concept is called Maya. So when you want to reverse this, the space, time, the object, everything, you have to take it as a concept and say the concept arises in consciousness, and you have to learn how to remain as consciousness. That is the inversion process.
The question I have is the sense perception or the concept. They keep continuously rising and falling, right? So that is, I mean, is that is how the experience of the world happens? Or last week you were saying it falls on the brain, then there's pranic energy.
These are all way of explaining, right?
Yeah.
Everything is happening simultaneously. Now for you, we cannot comprehend that simultaneously, so you have to break into process step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you wake up in the morning, the world appear part by part, or suddenly world appear? Suddenly. But then I'll say no. You saw light, the energy came from the world and it fell into your eyes, it became pranic energy. That's a process I explained. It doesn't mean that world didn't appear simultaneously. Everything is simultaneous appearance.
Simultaneously, this also the pranic energy.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, there, in physical, I mean, you can physics can measure timing and all those things. Okay, but the time and space itself is a concept. Again, it's not a reality. Maya is Yama iti Maya. Okay, what actually doesn't exist is Maya. And the other name for Maya is measurement. The measurement itself is Maya. Whenever you measure something, you are actually introducing Maya, error.
Really, that is Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. So Mithya, everything is Mithya now. That is Maya.
Ah,
So the other examples taken are, this snake, the
snake and rope.
snake and rope example
Ah.
taken. That's a Maya. And the other example was, you cannot see clearly because this Maya is a shadow.
Right.
Or, this is like not allowing you to see it clearly. I think Maya is taken in different contexts.
No. Same context.
Same context.
What is snake and rope?
So snake is, the rope is real, but it is appearing.
Let us
as
take the snake and rope concept. Now, what is snake and rope analogy? There's somebody is going in the night and he sees a snake. He's scared. Okay. Then he sees somebody brings light and says there's rope. Now, when light is removed, also the snake appears there, but he is not scared. Okay. On the rope, the concepts are superimposed.
The Chitta is the source of Maya. Is that right? Or because the concept you explained that gives all answers.
Huh.
The time space that gives all answers. But this example is really rope, but the Chitta is superimposing.
So, I mean, this appears at individual level, at universal level. It has various connotations. I mean, you don't get into the chitta and words. I'm saying a concept is superimposed on the reality. Okay, the concept can be at Narayana level or individual level or any level. Anytime when you superimpose a concept on a reality, I'm saying superimposition. So now you are superimposing a concept called snake on a rope and you get scared. So now, similarly, this word which appears is superimposition on something which doesn't exist. What doesn't exist? The world doesn't exist, but consciousness exists. So the superimposition on the consciousness, the world, is called Maya. And the moment world comes, we are getting scared because we see multiplicity, we see competition, we are worried, stress. The superimposition actually don't get into big concept. A concept is superimposed on the reality. The reality is Brahman or consciousness, which cannot be seen. But what is unseen, on that a concept is superimposed, called world. Okay. On close scrutiny, the world itself is not real. Okay. So once you understand the unreality of the world, the fear disappears. But then after that, again, the world appears also. It doesn't matter because it's like the fear is gone. So that is happening about world. Now let us take the other way. There is a self, Atman, okay, which is not seen. On that you superimpose a concept called body. On that you superimpose a concept mind. On that you superimpose a concept called intellect. And say, I am the intellect, I am the body. It is a superimposition. Now this superimposition causes stress in your life. There are two superimpositions. One is on yourself and one is on the world. The world, the screen is the consciousness background. On that world is superimposed, which creates the duality. On yourself, you superimpose a concept of I am that, I am this, and all those things. So that's also superimposition. There are two superimpositions being spoken of. Don't take it very complex. Okay, I'm saying it's any concept superimposed on reality is called Maya.
So Maya has connotations. One is, the supreme conscious and the world, which is because supreme conscious has two characters. One is it can see the other and itself.
Right.
So that's I got it.
Right.
Then the other one is either Jivatma. Then we have so many superimpositions.
Right.
So from a Jivatma perspective, the Maya is what I understood. So for now, I got the logic.
So right now I'll say don't worry about that. I have told you there are two ways of realization. One is a cosmic sense, Brahmanda sense, and other is an individual sense. It is Pindanda sense. Okay, don't worry about Maya in the world. Forget it. Okay, just focus on the Maya within yourself, avidya. Okay, that's a Pindanda approach. Because conceptual is word as the cosmic consciousness and all those things is another approach. So find out through yourself. Then superimposition goes. When the superimposition goes, you are free. Why worry about time, space, galaxies, stars, planets? Solve your problem.
With respect to fear or anxiety, how we can.
Who is fear?
There is it's an image which is created within yourself.
Who has the fear?
This mind.
This mind. But what has happened to you?
This is not enough.
Are you fear? Is fear gripping you? Are you afraid?
And when there is a fear, there is a afraidness will be there.
I am afraid. You tell me, no? I am afraid. So is that I am afraid? Is that I am real? If the I am is not real, how fear can be real? I am itself is false, then how fear can be real? Yes, Mamata. I'm seeing half smile and half grim face. Okay, what does it mean?
Why don't we in that awareness all the time? For that, at least we need.
Who is we?
Okay, the body mind. Why the self hangs on to the body mind complex?
That's because you come to this class once in a while. If you're regular to the class, you'll hang on to yourself all the time.
Sir, is this outer world real or?
You missed the entire class actually. So you have to repeat this whole session. It's a big 1.5 hours class where I give a lot of background. Out of the world, inside the world, all those concepts cleared. Now if I start telling these people are bored, this Prabhuji doesn't know anything, he keeps on repeating this.
You can take this recording.
You can take this recording, okay? There's not all these questions are answered already.
The inside world.
There is nothing called inside or outside. There's a gross and subtle and subtle. Okay? In subtle and gross, there's nothing called inside and outside. It's gross and subtle. There's a different concept.
This superimposition thing that you say, it's like the Heisenberg's principle, right? Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
Until you actually observe it, there is nothing.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting. But problem is world appears every day. Get up in the morning, the world is appearing. Some of you don't want it, but the world appears. Some of you don't want to go to office, still the office appears. So
We live in the world of the world, but still does not.
but you have to live in the world, understanding unreality of the world. Matrix. Anybody has a question? Is it too heavy session today? Subhu?
Was interesting.
All the earlier classes are erased.
That's how my class is. Next class, you come. Others, how I keep people entertained. You tell me.
So all our earlier doubts have been clarified now.
Very clear.
There was mercury
Particularly
behind
this
the glass.
was it was clear.
There was mercury
Instead
behind
of
the glass.
inside, that just clarified
Outside
everything.
was a mirror. Now
Yeah.
that mercury is removed.
Mercury is remote.
Now everything is opaque.
Maitreyi missed whole lot of things. Entire enlightenment missed. Doesn't matter, another next lifetime. There are many lifetimes. Anyway, it's a dream, nice dream.
The time and space concept has been clarified so clearly. First level of time and space, and then the second level. So
sir.
we have to see it from the self level, not from the cosmic level.
Don't see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cosmic level.
It's a
Why
bit-
you solve your problem? Okay, you can't even solve your wife's problem. Forget about solving the problems of the world.
Narayana's problem.
It is Narayana's problem. You don't worry about that.
No, once we see it from the self level, everything is clarified. We
Uh-huh.
will not go out of the.
No, that's because the spirituality is such a jumbled and confused world. Everybody has their own interpretation of spirituality.
ಅದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಜೋಕ್ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ನು ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅವನೇ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Okay, I think we can close this session. We'll start bhajans.